your child or family member was murdered in cold blood, what punishment would you consider to be justifiable for the perpetrator? Would you consider life imprisonment enough of a punishment, or would you only be satisfied with the death penalty? Would you want them to continue to experience life day after day when your loved one does not have that option? According to the Gallup poll, in October of 2013, 60% of Americans favored the death penalty. A total of 33 of the 50 states currently allow the death penalty to be performed executions by various means. This is a picture of the United States, and the states that are red allow the death penalty. The studies show it can be an effective tool to control violent crimes. The death penalty has been with mankind since civilization first began. But is it justifiable, and if so, under what circumstances? Due to time limitations, we will limit our consideration to the death penalty in the United States, and today I would like to go over why I believe this form of punishment is not only necessary, but a moral obligation to society. The first death penalty laws date back to the 18th century BC and can be found in the Code of King Hammurabi of Babylon. It included over 20 crimes punishable by death. They have been included in every culture worldwide ever since. An eye for an eye from the Bible proves the ancient Hebrew culture used it. In the United States, our use and history of the death penalty came from the English law system. Through time, however, our laws have eliminated trivial crimes such as theft or hunting on the king's lands from this penalty, and have evolved to only include the violent crimes of murder or treason. In early civilization, the death penalty was carried out by crude methods of hanging, beheading, and stoning. But today, for the most part, it is a more humane system. And while some states allow execution, gas chambers, or the firing squad, the majority, 85% of people on death row opt for lethal injection, which is a painless and quick. By first administering a tranquilizer, the condemned are not aware when the final shot is given, and peacefully pass in their sleep, unlike their victims' final moments. Do states have the right to order the death penalty of an individual who has been convicted of a crime? Is it a legal question or a moral one? And do the pros outweigh the cons? Several issues need to be considered, including morality, is it constitutional, deterrence, retribution, mistakes, cost, and race discrimination. Some consider the death penalty immoral and find the state should never take a life. But humans need rules to avoid chaos, and some crimes are too horrible to allow anything except the most extreme punishments. Murderers choose to commit their crimes, and they have to be made responsible for their actions. They aren't animals with no sense of what is right and wrong. And punishment for crimes are legal and constitutional. They have been established in our system of justice since it was established. Common sense and statistics show the death penalty is an effective deterrent. Humans fear death, they don't fear life in prison. And if it prevents one person's life, it has done its job as a deterrent. If a criminal... This graph shows how the death penalty works to lower the crime. crime rate. If a criminal takes another's life, then the death penalty is not retribution. The death penalty is retribution, not revenge. The criminal should pay the price equal to what he has taken from another. While no system is perfect, our system is due process makes the margin of error very small indeed. There is a more complex and higher standard of process for cases with the death penalty. And as of now, there is no definite proof any person executed was innocent. The question of cost is confusing. Yes, upfront costs for the death penalty are higher than life sentences. However, each case is different, and aging prisoners drive the cost up in medical care and longer lifespans. When averaged out, statistics show a small increase for death penalty overall. However, it also removes the dangerous person from society, and the argument of race discrimination of minorities is totally false. In the first decade of 2000, there were 551 executions. Of those, 317 people were white, 180 people were black, 45 people were Latino, 6 people were Native American, 1 person was Asian, and 2 people were listed as other. Some people still oppose the death penalty for various reasons, and that is okay. We are all entitled to our own opinion. However, as of now, the majority favor keeping this form of punishment, and we are a democracy ruled by the people. The death penalty is and always has been a complicated issue. However, when weighing the evidence, it becomes clear that it is necessary to prevent chaos in our society. Finally, let me leave you with this thought. If someone is charged and convicted of a violent murder and allowed to live, what guarantee do we have that he would not commit a similar crime again? Murders happen every day, both in and out of prisons. Are you willing to take the chance on another's life to save one violent criminal?